The story takes place in the Indian state of Haryana, in the little village of Balali, in the district of Bhiwani. In the opening scene of the film, Mahavir Singh Phogat, Amir Khan, is sitting in his office watching a wrestling Olympic match. India plays a relatively small part in wrestling, according to television. Vivan Bhatana, a recent hire, challenges Mahavir to a match of wrestling but fails. Mahavir is exceptionally skilled at wrestling and its techniques, and he also works part-time at a nearby wrestling ring, Akada. Because he was unable to compete in the Olympics and win a gold medal, he has high aspirations for his future son to do so. Even though his wife Daya Shobha, Sakshi Tanvar, backs him morally, they continue to have solely girls back-to-back 4 times in a row. They are Ritu, Sangeeta, Babita, young Babita Suhani Bhatnagar/elder Babita Sanya Malhotra, Geeta, young Geeta Zaira Wasim/elder Geeta Fatima Sana Sheikh, and Babita. Mahavir Singh finally gives up hope and places his wrestling gear and medal in a boot. After 13 to 14 years, a neighbor family with 2 sons in that age range complains to Mahavir about Geeta and Babita beating up their sons. When Mahavir inquires as to how Geeta and Babita defeated the 2 lads, the sisters gleefully performed the feat on their cousin Omkar. Mahavir tells his wife that Geeta and Babita have the wrestling gene, and that a gold medal is ultimately a gold medal, regardless of whether a boy or a girl wins it. He also announces that he has decided that neither Geeta nor Babita will use a cooking utensil or perform any household duties going forward. Instead, they will train to be wrestlers and win a gold medal for their nation. Mahavir begins their training by being a harsh coach, waking them up at 5 a.m. every day. He manages their diet, restricting any street food or spicy food, and makes them exercise. When Geeta and Babita complain about their hair being wrecked by mud training, he gets a barber and has their hair cut off. And when he notices that they are both feeble, he turns them non-vegetarian. Both sisters are furious with Mahavir for being cruel by forcing 2 girl children to train as wrestlers. So they begin to play tiny tricks on him, such as adjusting the alarm, eating spicy food whenever possible, and not wrestling correctly. But one day, they both attend the wedding of their 14-year-old girlfriend, Sunita, child marriage, and she assures them that Mahavir is thinking about their profession and life and not having them married at such a young age, as her family does. They see their error and begin training vigorously. Mahavir takes them to another village for wrestling when Geeta, the oldest sister, is ready. Everyone is opposed to allowing a girl to fight a boy, but due to a lack of crowd and a desire to earn more money, the organizer complies. Almost the entire village has gathered to watch a girl fight, and everyone is certain she will lose horribly. Geeta selects the strongest boy from the competitors to wrestle. She fights quite well, contrary to what the villagers expected, and as the bout progresses, everyone in the crowd begins to shout for Geeta. Even if she loses, she receives more prize money from sponsors than the guy. Geeta is unable to sleep as a result of the defeat and inquires of his father when the next wrestling match would be scheduled. Everyone in the village, who was earlier accusing and backbiting Mahavir, now cheers for Geeta and Babita and looks up to them with pride. Both sisters quickly become unbeatable and win every subsequent wrestling competition. Geeta wins the national-level wrestling competition and must now attend the National Sports Academy Training Center in Patiala, Punjab state, for additional training. Mahavir is upset since she has been transferred to a new location. The new coach, Pramod Kadam Girish Kulkarni, has a different teaching style and does not allow Geeta to employ his father's skills. Apart from her training, Geeta quickly makes friends with other females and begins doing other things such as shopping, having longer hair, nail polish and cosmetics, going out at night, and so on. When she returns home after a few months, she attempts to teach her new wrestling skills to her sister Babita and the other girls who have entered Mahavir's wrestling ring to study. Mahavir challenges Geeta because she is adamant about her innovative methods, but he loses since he is old. Because the fight is so violent, Babita informs Geeta that whatever transpired is not good, and Geeta is losing focus. Mahavir is likewise distressed by the incident and believes he has lost her daughter. Geeta begins playing in international matches, yet she continues to win match after match. She doesn't care at first, but she gradually becomes concerned about her profession. Meanwhile, Babita wins the national championship and is assigned to the same training facility as Geeta. When Geeta is discouraged by her continued failure, Babita encourages her to make peace with her father, which Geeta does while crying loudly over the phone. Mahavir pardons her. Geeta reverts to her former self by letting her hair down. However, the coach instructs her to reduce weight and compete in the 51 kg weight group rather than her customary 55 kg weight category. Hearing this, Mahavir relocates to Patiala near the NSA training center to assist her in competing in the same 55 kg weight class. He instructs Geeta to follow her coach's instructions during the training session, but both sisters and Mahavir begin completing separate sessions according to their former routine of rising up at 5 a.m. Coach notices this and requests that both sisters be returned. Mahavir begs the authorities to let them stay, but he is barred from the NSA, and the girls are also barred from going out. So Mahavir begins tutoring Geeta over the phone by monitoring all of her international competitive games video recordings and alerting her when she is doing which mistakes. Geeta competes in her normal 55 kg weight class at the Commonwealth Games 2010 in New Delhi, India. Mahavir sits in the crowd and continues to advise her against doing what her NSA coach tells her to do. Following her father's instruction, she wins the first round, as well as the semi-finals, and is qualified for the finals. The coach tries to take all the glory in a news conference, but Geeta says it's all her father's hard work. As a result, the coach becomes envious and enraged, and in order to exact revenge, before the finals match begins, he confines Mahavir in a room and wonders how she will fare without her father. Mahavir tries to leave the room, but his efforts are futile. The match begins, and Geeta recalls her father's advice. Geeta eventually wins India's first gold medal in women's wrestling in the 55 kg freestyle division, defeating Emily Benstead of Australia. When the ceremony of awarding medals to participants concluded, and the winning country's national anthem was performed, Mahavir realized that her daughter had finally fulfilled her father's ambition. He runs towards the arena after the room is unlocked. Geeta presents the gold medal to Mahavir, and for the first time, both girls and their nephew Omkar hear their father remark, "Well done." Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel.